What's good? Episode 29, 29, yeah. Just sits and kicks. We back after a couple weeks. Whew! It's been a big week. Been a big week, a long couple weeks. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff, doing a lot of stuff. But we're back, we're here. Episode 29. There's a fun few things coming up this week. There's a fun few things on tap. There's a fun few things that have happened in the sports world. And I'll go through a few of them right now just to talk about the last time I was on here talking, episode 28, talking about Davante Adams. I was like, there's no way he's going to stay a Raider. Bam, goes to the Jets. Hydration. But I find it hilarious that we gave him what he wanted. He goes and pairs up with his guy, Aaron Rodgers, and he's still on a crappy team. The Jets, man, the Jets just ain't it. The Jets are struggling, man. The Jets are struggling so bad. And I just don't see it. I don't see them being a good team. They went kind of all, I don't want to say all in, but they have to win this year. This is probably Rodgers' it's probably going to be his last year as a quarterback. He looks like an older quarterback this year. And Davante, I think, wanted to go play with his buddy, wanted to go play with someone he's had success with. Honestly, no one came out looking good in this Raiders, in the Raiders and Davante Adams trade. Davante came out looking like a diva. The Raiders came out looking like another inept NFL team. The Raiders look inept. They look stupid. Nothing works, no matter who they get. And I've talked about it before. It's got to come from the top down. We don't have a quarterback to save our life right now. We just signed Desmond Ridder from practice squad, former first round pick. Honestly, if Aiden can't play, Gardner's terrible. I would rather play. I'd rather play Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder would be way better to play. Just speaking on that stuff, WNBA is done. Finals happened. Controversy. They've had more viewership this year than ever, but they still lost money, which is very interesting that they lost money. They lost money, and now they're stepping out of their agreement or whatever, their collective bargaining agreement. I kind of agree. They should be getting more money if their ratings and stuff are up, the sales are up. But we'll see. You have players over here, Angel Reese is over here saying that she can't afford her rent. Why is your rent so high then? That's my question. But let's not talk about the past stuff. Let's talk about this week. NFL Week 8. We got Vikings and Rams on Thursday. I think the Vikings for sure are going to win, but there's been a lot of talk with the Rams. A lot of talk about what the Rams are going to do. And the Rams are going to implode the team. Sounds like they're going to implode the team. Like, I guess they're open for trade talks for Cooper Kupp, which is crazy because he was like the best wideout a few years ago. Or at least they made it seem like he was the best wideout in the NFL. Possibly Matt Stafford's on the table. Crazy what that team's become. And then on Sunday, we got the Eagles and the Bengals. I think Philly gets it done. Ravens and Browns. Oh man, the Browns. You know, they already weren't playing well. Like they already weren't playing well, right? And to make it, I guess, worse is this quarterback that they're paying 70 something million dollars to. They're paying him all this money, and he's out for the season. Like, and they owe him money not just this season, but like next season. I believe he has guaranteed cap space for the next few seasons. Like, it's insane. Like, the Browns possibly made one of the worst like contracts signings of all time. Like, have to. Like, they had to have made one of the worst ones. Sorry, I'm just looking through a couple of things, and obviously there's a big issue, not issue, but players are upset because the fans booed him going off the field. And like, man, a lot of his guarantees. Dang, that's crazy. So his contract is fully guaranteed. It's fully guaranteed. The only way they would get money back on that contract Wow. The only way they get money back on his contract would be if they try to use for like off the field reasons why they have to terminate him. So he's owed 46 million in 2025 and 46 million in 2026, 92 million. And his cap number for next season's almost 73 million. And his cap numbers in the same in 2026. Oh my gosh, they're so screwed. They're royally screwed. Like they're so screwed. Like literally, if they let him go by June 1st, they're gonna have to pay somehow, some way, 172.7 million. They're so screwed, and it sucks. Like, man, that's terrible for him too. Like, I don't know really the truth of things. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, but it sucks, man. That's terrible. Um, but the Ravens are gonna eat them alive. The Titans and the Lions. I don't know what is going on with Tennessee. Tennessee hasn't done much of anything. They really haven't. Tennessee hasn't done much of anything. They're gonna lose to the Lions. The Cardinals and the Dolphins. I still see the Cardinals winning. The Jets and the Patriots. This is when Davante and Aaron Rodgers can shine. Um, Even though Aaron Rodgers statistically is not doing terrible, like this is their moment to shine. Right against Drake. May. This is their moment to shine against the Patriots. Falcons Bucks should be a really good game. I hope the Bucks win. I don't really care for the Falcons. Packers and the Jaguars. Jaguars, man, the Jaguars are like a crappy team. Hey, and I'll say my Raiders are a crappy team. Don't worry, it's coming. But like, Trevor Lawrence never gets any hate. It's so weird. Like, he never gets blame. He doesn't get anything. But he's not like leading them to the promised land. I don't know. Packers are gonna beat them. The Texans, I hope, beat the Colts. The Chargers will probably beat the Saints. The Bills and Seahawks is going to be a really good game. The Bills are going to win. The Broncos are going to beat the Panthers because the Panthers are terrible. Then we have the Chiefs and the Raiders in Vegas. Honestly, the Chiefs should win. As bad as we're playing right now, although Brock Bowers is amazing. He's literally there was a hilarious like meme someone made. It said Brock Bowers in the Oakland Raiders locker room, and it was like a Maserati at a trailer park. That's Brock Bowers right now in the Raiders. It's weird. They should win. They're supposed to win by at least 10. But we always play well against them. Our defense, everyone's just hyped up against the Mahomes and them. Mahomes statistically this year so far hasn't been amazing. Even though they're undefeated, they're winning. But he's throwing more interceptions than he has touchdowns. So we'll see. The Chiefs always somehow seem to win. It's weird. Interesting, right? The Bears and Commanders, great game. Commanders all day long. Even with Mariota can lead them to the promised land for at least this week, right? And then the big game on Sunday is the Cowboys and the Niners, albeit, is it really a big game? They're both kind of mediocre teams right now. The Niners should win. But, here's the but. The Niners are not the Niners of last year. The Niners are not that Super Bowl team. They have so much going on player-wise that, like, the fact that they're 3-4 makes sense because, McCaffrey, Mason's finally going to come back. Debo's getting out of the hospital pneumonia. Ayuk, my goodness, like Ayuk, I need to double check and feel like, is he gonna play? Like, is Brandon Ayuk gonna play? No, because I know he's suffered the injury, but I was just seeing like, okay, so he has a torn ACL and MCL. You mean the guy that held out and needed to be paid $120 million contract for 4 years got hurt in the NFL? The risk the Niners took, and it didn't work. It sucks. Like I feel bad for them. A lot of people I know are Niners fans around here in Yuba City, but goodness gracious. Then we got the Giants and the Steelers. Pittsburgh should win. It's weird that Russell Wilson's the starting quarterback of the Steelers, right? I mean, he was able to hold together and win, but Justin Fields didn't play bad. So if I'm the Steelers, are we playing Wilson a little bit maybe to get some trade bait for him? Like I don't know what they're doing. It's very interesting to me. I don't know, but we'll see. My Raiders, man, my Raiders. Honestly, a part of me wants to just go like hope they go all in and lose. Like lose every game. Let's go get us a quarterback in the draft. For real. That's how I kind of feel about them right now. Let's see. What do we got? What's next? NBA starts tonight. As I'm recording this, it's on October 22nd, 2024. The NBA officially started right now. It's already going on halftime right now for the Celtics and the Knicks. Celtics are up 19 points. Later, Timberwolves and the Lakers are going to play. Tomorrow on Wednesday, we got a lot of good games, Warriors and Blazers. But the real game I'm waiting for is that Thursday Kings, man. Kings and T-Wolves at home. Let's go. I'm ready for the Kings basketball, baby. Let's talk a little bit UFC. We got a big pay-per-view this weekend, but before I hop into the pay-per-view, there's been an ongoing fighters UFC like lawsuit settlement. A lot of fighters who have been, a part of the UFC feel like they were never compensated for what they did, and they're right. So they finally got a $375 million approval. And it's interesting because how many of them like there are. Some people are talking about like they face all these challenges and this and that, and it's just crazy. MMA is one of those crazy sports, especially UFC, where like I wish fighters got paid more, but would I run it any different? I probably wouldn't. Sad to say, I probably wouldn't. But let's talk about UFC 308 that's happening this weekend in Abu Dhabi. The main event is Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. And before we get deep into that talk, let's start off and just talk about the card as it is. Give me a second. Actually, I'm super excited about the card too because I think it's going to be like amazing. At least the main card, right? The main card should be really good. The main card to me is like you have to watch that. So let's see. Let's talk about some prelims first. There's a bunch of prelims. Okay. Let's get into some of them. You got to bear with me on the names here because, man, they're from all over the world, right? A lot of Middle Eastern countries, Asian countries. So here we go. We got Ibo Aslan versus Rafael Guerra. Probably shredded that name. Carlos Lille. Shout out to you, Carlos. I can say your name easily. Against Hinat Fakhradiev from Russia. I'm going with the Russian to win. Bruno Silva versus Ismail Nurdiv from Morocco. We got Hector Hugo versus Farid Barsharit. We got Kennedy Njoku versus my guy Chris Barnett. I want Chris Barnett to win so bad. That fool's so sick. Go look up Chris Barnett highlights. He's so cool. Chris Barnett, we going for you, bro. Middleweight, you got Abus Magomedov versus Bruno Ferreira. Now, bear with me. This guy's name, all right, and based off that last name, you're going to put two and two together. His name is Said Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov. Man, struggling. But I bet you it's Saeed Nurmagomedov. It's not like Khabib Nurmagomedov, right? Nurmagomedov. This one has an O in it. Crazy, I know. Against Daniel Santos. Jeff Neal, Rafael Dos Anjos should be really good. It's not prelim. The main event of the prelim, number 10 Jeff Neal versus number 15 Rafael Dos Anjos. Jeff Neal is going to get it done. And then the opening fight for the pay-per-view is Shara Magomedov versus Armen Petrosyan from Armenia. And Shara, man, that's the guy the UFC is really pushing is that Shara. And it's crazy though because I don't think he can fight in America. I'm gonna double check this really quick, but I'm pretty sure that Shara can't fight in America. Yeah, Shara's never fought in America. He's only fought in China, Russia, Brazil, Thailand, Saudi Arabia, and Abu Dhabi. He's never fought in America. I wonder why. Interesting. Yeah, he never fights in America. He's really good though, really good. I'm assuming the OC's want him to win. And what could be a number one contender fight for sure for the light heavyweight title Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. Great fight. Magomed Ankalaev is the number one contender. Rakic is number five contender. Ankalaev arguably should already have a title shot, possibly, but truth be told, some people don't like this, but it's an entertain. You have to be entertaining in the sport. Entertaining meaning like fun fights, and he has some fun fights, but like he can have a boring style, even though he has more like TKOs and KOs than you would assume. But man, we'll see. He's 18-1-1. You know what I mean? He's 18-1-1. So we'll see if he wins against Rakic. He's for sure fighting Alex Bieta like ASAP, especially because he's been calling for the fight. Rakic, man, this guy's like, it's almost like he has such fun fights, and you almost hope he wins because he's exciting, but who knows how it's going to go. We got Laron Murphy versus Dan Ige. Should be an awesome fight. I love Dan Ige. I think everybody has to love Dan Ige after he stepped up recently at UFC 303. Stepped up against Diego Lopez. Like, how cool was that? Literally on hours' notice. Then co-main event's huge, like big time co-main event fight. You have Robert Whitaker versus Hamzat Shamaev, and this is going to be a fantastic fight. Literally, I believe it's a 5-round fight too, as well. It's a 5-round middleweight fight. Literally, the winner should fight for the title. They're going to probably fight the winner of obviously Dricus du Plessis and Sean Strickland. You know, that's probably the rematch. Strickland's probably going to get a rematch, and the winner of this will fight that. It's interesting though, because Hamzat, man, looking at Hamzat's record, right? Like, I'll pull up Whitaker. Obviously, Robert Whitaker is a former champion. He's done a lot of things. He's fought so many times, though. He's fought in Adesanya twice, lost to Dricus pretty bad, beat Paulo. Hamzat pulled out of UFC on ABC, and he KO'd the replacement there. But Hamzat, man, let's look at Hamzat's record. I'm gonna chat with you guys about Hamzat Shamaev's record. Who came in as a middleweight, trying to fight welterweight a few times. He annihilated Gerald Meerschaert, Li Jinglang, Gilbert Burns. Great fight. If it went 5 rounds, though, Gilbert possibly had it. Dominated Kevin Holland, although he came in overweight. He was supposed to fight at middleweight, couldn't make it, made a catch weight 10 pounds over. Went back to middleweight, ended up having to fight Kamaru Usman at middleweight. Usman stepped in, and he won a decision, not unanimous, majority. And you could argue that if that went 5 rounds, he might have lost that. So he's never beaten a top middleweight contender. And it's crazy because if Shamaev beats Robert Whitaker, he for sure will get a title shot. The UFC is really trying to push him. Although it's been a while since he's fought in the States, I don't know what's going on there. If I had to say someone's going to win, Hamzat. It's hard to bet against Hamzat. Although Whitaker, like, he's a good bet. Like, if you're betting to try to win money, Whitaker's the guy to bet on. But Hamzat, man, it's just tough. And then the main event. You got the new featherweight champion, Ilia Topuria, versus the BMF himself, Max Holloway. Ilia's favored to win, but I love Max Holloway. I think Max is going to get it done. I hope he gets it done. Ilia's kind of annoying. Ilia goes at everybody. He even goes at Conor McGregor, but he literally copied Conor McGregor like for his whole career. Like, Ilia tries to look like Conor McGregor. I just don't like him. I don't know what it is about Topuria. I just don't dig him. He's kind of... It's like homeboy went into Chat GPT trying to say how he could be like a big time UFC, not even UFC fighter, but like a popular one. He's not super popular yet, even though his skills are great. Annihilated Volkanovski, who probably shouldn't have been fighting at that time because the knockout he had with Islam Makhachev. But Topuria, Holloway, amazing main event. I think Max gets it done. I hope he gets it done. I like Max Holloway. Really quick, before I let everyone go and before I go, let's chat about some movies. Right now, it's playing. We have Venom. Venom's playing. A lot of people are digging Venom. Smile 2. I never saw Smile 1, man. I'll be honest. My wife was a little scared to watch Smile 1. She was a little, not about it. Terrifier 3 still killing it. Her Joker's terrible. Never going to watch it. Just kidding. I'll watch it when it's free. Let's see. What else is going on? There's some movies coming in soon. Wicked. Everybody's about that movie, Wicked. Gladiator 2. Red One. Shout outs to that. Moana 2. Heretic. I'm really curious about that movie. What's going to be like. Man, I need some shows to watch. We're still watching Love Is Blind. Shout out for that. It's almost over though. But we need some shows to watch. Anyone throw some shows, even some spooky movies. Let's get into that. This was fun. I'm glad I'm back. I'm hoping to be back a little more. I'm gonna try to stay more on top of things. I gotta upload a lot of audio. Follow the YouTube. I got some shorts to put up. I need to start putting up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Go follow me at Switch Hits and Kicks Pod on all social media. SHK Pod on X. Thanks. Love y'all. Gotta get it. Go.